Ah, oh boy. Give me a second, folks. Um, Trying to figure out things here, and I'm not like I don't even know how to say it right now because there's so much I want to talk about. Yet I don't even know what kind of time I have, and that in fact, this room because it's that time of the day where the sunlight is just literally right in that corner where those windows are is just like bright and it's crazy. Just give me a moment to figure out what's going on. For those of you that are here, um, thank you for coming back. Um, what in tarnation is going on with the YouTube? Come on. Okay, there we go. Um, oh, 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 there we go. So, I don't know who all is on. Um, I know there's 25 of you in here right now, and I wish I knew exactly who all was here. But oh, give me a moment. One of the things we had discussed earlier. Sorry about the stuff behind me. This is all books that we're going to put on bookshelves once we get them in here. Just have to put the bookshelves together and then move them in here, or vice versa. Move them in here, put them together. I don't know. Jerry's got the plans. I'm just here to do grunt work and put in my 2 cents when I have it. But I realized wow, I'm not seeing comments at all, so I don't know what's going on. I realized one of my problems isn't. I don't think now that I thought about it. Hey, Mercy, um, why is it I'm not getting your? Oh, because I did something stupid. Okay, never mind. One of the problems I thought it was the medication wasn't strong enough, and then I started to realize that the medication is only designed to help me with so much. But because I am having higher than normal stress levels, hey, kicking it, um, because of the higher stress levels, the medication is not able to balance what's going on. Um, I don't know why I took these off, but um, it's been, let's just say the last week, maybe more. Has it been a little stressful? Now, thankfully, I'm not taking my stress out on Jerry Ann or the dog or anybody. I am doing my best to um, I guess I'd say not really control it, but try to understand it and make it so it's not so crazy. Um, so it's been a rough week. I mean, yes, there's been some good things. I mean, unfortunately, Aura does not always listen to me, but Jerry is able to get her outside off leash basically and let her do her business, and she comes right back inside when Jerry calls her. Well, with me, she tries to like I let her be off the leash and she'll want to go wandering towards somebody else's yard. And it takes me, it's very hard on me to try to get her back because she's either learned to ignore me or she just doesn't want to, she doesn't want to respond. And so it's like, okay. And then Jerry, she went out there to call her in here because she kind of knows that if mom's starting to call her, especially outside, she's in a bit of trouble. And she usually gets rewarded for going into her kennel to take a nap, but because she misbehaved, we did not give her that treat. Um, um, okay, something's wrong here, but um, anyhow, if you were on with me and Jerry this morning, you'll know one of the things that's stressing me out is, I mean, yes, I'm happy my mom has finally gotten her new place at the I keep on wanting to call it something, but something I want to call it elder care, but it's not because it's independent living. Um, Basically, she does have um, she's living at an independent living home, and basically we don't know if she gets 3 meals a day or one meal a day, and the other meals that she has to basically make for herself, which I'm not too worried about because she was taking care of herself and whatnot before Diane and I moved back in here. Moving date is well, we're talking March 1st, but if things can work out sooner, it will be sooner. So I don't have an exact date. I just know it's going to be towards the beginning of March, last week of February, beginning of March, which is kind of like, okay, we're getting close to the last week of February anyhow. And hi Nelly, and well, there's a lot of things that we gotta iron out um, before mom leaves, because there's paperwork we gotta sign. Um, there's a lot of things that I don't fully understand that has to happen before she fully leaves or shortly after she leaves, because she's already paid the March mortgage and whatnot. So we have the full month of March to get things finalized. So it's on our shoulders, and we got in contact with Jerry got in contact with a Christian group, and we basically they're basically helping those in need financially, and they don't ask for a payment; they just ask for a donation. So we've already got planned. We're hoping to talk to them. We've asked for a simple one lump sum, and we're going to pay them back by donating what we can, over time. Um, because yes, we do like to when we can. We like to pay things forward. So I'm just um, hello Ethel. Um, it's just me. Jerry has laid down because she wasn't feeling good, and I don't know what mom's doing. Hello, Margaret. So there is a lot of good things happening amongst the Hensons, um, and I'm happy for it, even though there is a good deal of stress because of a lot of the unknowns. So I am trying my best to put it in God's hands and let Him do what He's going to do and hope for the best. Um, so it's just one of those like because of the unknowns, I'm a bit stressed. Um, so, but I mean, hey, um, all good things. I mean, I'm not going to. I'm trying not to fret over them and anything like that, um, because there's not much I can do, but hope and pray for the best. Um, I was hoping bluegrass would come back on. Um, so, oh, one of my other problems is my back. The shot they gave me about 2 weeks ago has either already worn off or they missed the target. I guess I don't know. I don't know how to. I don't know how to describe it other than granted the pains are not like screaming bloody murder, but they're annoying and they spike every so often when I bend over or even squat now. So I'm just kind of like, okay, I just gotta wait until my appointment so I can talk to them because, um, I, you know, I don't know. Make my breakfast right now. I do not want to talk about that because that is kind of up in the air. Um, so I cannot say yes or no. Hey, there he is. There's Bluegrass. Um, we are going to try our best to keep the house. That's why we're going through this Christian group that basically, I filled out I did the questionnaire and I asked for, a lump sum to make it easier to pay for a lot of different things. Um, so yeah. Well, the first couple times I had sorry, the first couple times I had nerve blockers, they worked fine. This is the first time that they didn't work at all. Like they took the edge off the pain, but the pain is still there. Um, so but yeah, we yes, we hope to keep the house. I mean, the house could be in the long run. Um, um, what am I thinking? It could be a financial gain in the long run, depending on what we decide to do. Um, Jerry Ann and I had talked about during the college season to rent out you know rent out to respectable college students. We have a Christian campus house that I could work with the leader of or the I don't even know what to call him, the overseer, the leader, the person in charge, and basically say, hey, look, if you got a couple Christian, if you got a couple um, people that are going to understand how understand that my wife and I may not be home all the time, so they can basically have the house to themselves, just stay out of certain areas and keep the house as clean and undamaged as possible. I am pretty sure Christian a couple Christian guys or a couple Christian girls would understand that, and we won't have to worry about coming home to a mess. Um, the other thing was the possibility of a bed and breakfast, but I told her I don't know if that would work because my ability to clean and remake a bed or anything like that could be a problem for me and my back and that kind of thing. Yes, a Mountain Dew. I because because of the stress I've been drinking Mountain Dew. And I've tried to limit it to one bottle a day. Actually, there are some times where I can cap this off, put it in the refrigerator, and every so often just go and get a quick drink and put it back, and it will last me a day and a half almost. I've already done that, so I know the limits on that. Well, we don't know because we are thinking about trying to close off that part of the house with a door between the two parts of the house, and then just like until we can decide what we're going to do with that end of the house, just shut off all the vents and whatnot. So most of we don't have to worry about trying to heat up that side of the house. So I am not sure what we're going to do. One of my thoughts one of my thoughts was um, one of my thoughts was actually if we could um, either get more lighting in there or put in some artificial like sunlights to use the old living room as, let's say, a indoor hydroponic greenhouse. So that's one of our thoughts. Um, and that's basically what I wanted to do. It's what I kind of wanted to try to talk about today was the aspect of Jerry Ann and I want to get a greenhouse so we can grow our own herbs, spices, and certain kinds of vegetables that we eat a lot, like romaine lettuce, carrots, potatoes, things like that. And we've been looking into like all different kinds of different potting methods. Or I gotta take this watch off. It's too. For some reason, my wrist is not liking my watch today. Um, so it's like one of those things where it's like, um, um, hmm, yeah, Jerry did this for me this morning. Let's see here. That's what I was going to do for the summertime. I was just going to keep like this long and then shave this down a little bit. Um, that way I can not be overheated. And probably shave the sides of my head like I did last year. But anyhow, let's see here. I'm going to go back to some of you guys' comments because um, I need to pay attention not only to you guys, but I also need to pay attention to what I'm saying. Um, um, well, that's the thing. I did say that, Kicking. We do want to keep this house twofold. One, in case something happens where payments are getting too high for her and she has to move back. Which I don't. I'm not saying I want her to come. I want her to move back, but I would rather have this house and try to hold on to it in case mom ends up having to move back. Which I'm hoping. I'm hoping things will go well with her and things will go well with me and Jerry. So it's one of those things that we're working on. I think I did talk to the doctors, read about nerve ablation. I don't think they want to do that because of the possibility of damaging my back to the point where I'm paralyzed. Um, it's like one of their last ditch, like last if nothing else works or things start not working the way it's supposed to, I think things like a nerve ablation and whatnot is one of the things they had said would be a hold for the future. I gotta make sure my thingy is charging. In fact, I gotta plug in my tablet. Um, but yeah, I as for my back and whatnot, I'll see what the doctors say. I want to go to speak to them March 11th or somewhere around there. Um, thank you, Nelly, about my beard being braided. Um, I'll kick in. I know marijuana helps. In fact, I had been thinking about getting one of those medical marijuana cards. Unfortunately, Mercy does not believe in that kind of stuff and do not promote that kind of stuff. Which, between you and me, kicking, and anybody who knows anything about the beneficials of marijuana, because I've taken the gummies before, and boy, do I, not only do they help me sleep, but I mean, it kicks the pain out of my consciousness. Um, well, that's the thing, Redhead. That's why Jay and are talking about raised garden beds. So there's not a lot of bending. That, in fact, will hopefully keep the most of the critters out of my garden. That's why I'm thinking something to start them indoors and then bring them out to the greenhouse. So there's a lot of things. Um, yeah, I can't lift 50 pounds. That's why I'm doing a raised garden, and hopefully you don't have to. I can. I'm not really supposed to carry 50 pounds. I'm only supposed to do about 25 pounds. But and I don't even know how much the rock salt is for our um, water purifier. But I lift those up onto the washing machine, slice a corner, and dump the bag into to the hopper for our water purifier. So yeah, I can lift 50 pounds, but I cannot sustain a carry weight of 50 pounds. It has to be a simple up, down, up, and put it on a shelf or something like that, and that's it. Problem is, even lifting that 50 pounds once is, yeah, it really a no no. Um, I do not plan on my property is not big enough for chickens or especially alpaca. If I had a slightly bigger yard, I would think about chickens, but since my property is next to an open field and I've seen foxes and whatnot run around out there, no, I don't want to deal with foxes and chickens in the middle of the night. But yeah, that and they are a lot of work. Um, and I really don't want to deal with chickens. Um, I had my fair share of dealing with chickens as a young boy visiting my family from Phoenix, coming to Sullivan, Japan, Missouri area back in the late '80s, even early by the early '90s, most things changed. But I had a family that lived up in Japan, Missouri, and they had chicken and cows and pigs. And dealing with the chicken and feeding the pigs was, this is not the life for me. Um, oh yeah, that's one of the things that would probably be like, we'll start with trying to do some stuff inside and then get a greenhouse built up and surround it with chicken wire or whatnot, and then have either buy or have somebody help me build raised garden beds and then do it that way. Um, but we'll see. I mean, we're talking about Redhead. Wait a minute. Yeah, that movie is coming up. Like I said, probably within the next 2, maybe 3 weeks, depending on a lot of different things. But yeah, let's see here. My opinion. Hey Jim, I just wanted to jump on and say something real quick to you. You look very upset to me, but you guys should really do is get a Section 8 place and make it your home. Um, there are programs here in Rolla that will help us keep this house. I really don't want to do Section 8 because then I can't do what I want to do to it, to the house that I'm living in. So that's why I'm, no. That would be like a last ditch effort if things don't work out for us. Okay, sorry, I stepped away. I had a knock on my door and wasn't expecting anyone. That sure caught me by surprise. I don't know why the Jehovah's Witness still have the gall to knock at my door. Well, I'll be honest with you, Kicking. It won't matter what you put outside your house or what your house looks like. If they think they can convert you over to Jehovah's Witness, they will do their damn best too. I mean, they try to do the same. They try to convert me to Jehovah's Witness, and when I started reading some of their information, I started to try to convert them out of Jehovah's Witness, and they decided not to knock at my door anymore. Um, so, um, I'm just glad they haven't come to my door in a long time. I guess they realized that believing in Norse mythology, being strong in Norse mythology, it kind of they realized that their chances were slim to none to convert me over to um, Jehovah's Witness, especially when I really don't. Um, I don't believe a man in modern times um, could wander around Utah and find a set of golden tablets that are totally opposite of what Noah found from the Bible. And I just kind of went, all this guy did was twist the Bible to his likings and tried to converted people. Um, so, um, uh, well, I wouldn't call their belief system or religion because you know they're bent out of whack. That and I'm sorry, I can barely handle one wife. Why would somebody pick other wives, um, or more than one wife? I don't know. Um, well, that's fine. I mean, I don't mind. Your opinion is fine and dandy. Um, it is your opinion, and if I agree with it, sure. But I take everybody's opinion into account and decide what to do with it. You know, I have nothing. I have very few people that come on my channel nowadays that I have problem with. In fact, I've got to go in and bring a couple people that I've been talking with on Facebook that I accidentally deleted, and I need to bring them, back in. Um, I'm hoping they're watching because I'm assuming they are, but I just keep on forgetting to get them back in here. um, I'm probably sure that's one of the reasons why they don't come around here, because even though Oreo is a medium-sized dog, her bark is pretty like, whoa, what size is that animal? It's a loud bark. So yeah. Kicking, yeah, I've um I've heard about all the things that they've said about who you are, who they want to say that you are, and I'm like, I've known Kicking for so long. I know it's not Trish or anybody from Diane's circle of brainwashed people. Um, yeah, well, I mean, it would be nice. It would somewhat be nice to have other people help me with her and her needs and whatnot, so I can get out of the house every so often. But I don't think I can have a second wife. No, let alone five. There was that series that was on not too long ago called Sister Wives. Five women married to the same guy. They're all Latter Day Saints or whatever John Smith is, and I just kind of went, nope. Mary, I really no. Actually, I don't think I've lost weight. I think my weight is just being disputed or just proportioned elsewhere. Um, but no, actually, I've gained weight. The last time I went and had my weight done, it was 210, and I remember a couple months ago it was 199 or something like that. So I know I've gained weight, but it just doesn't look like it. Thank God. I don't know if it's because my beard when I was hiding the facial bits and pieces, or because of the way I'm sitting, you don't really see my gut. But yeah, now that I'm looking down at my gut, I'm like, yeah, maybe I have lost weight. I don't know. I have to pull out my scale here at home and hope the batteries are working, because they're different batteries than most people's. Yeah, our sister wives. Thank you very much, Nellie. Glad somebody knew what I was talking about. Um, they came here about a year and a half ago, and I answered the door with a mini cauldron in hand, saying I a protection chant. I thought they would never come back by the looks they had on their faces. That must have been fun. I wish I was a fly on the wall to see that. The witnesses I'm talking about. Yeah, I got what you're saying there, Kicking. Um, really, they're all divorced. I didn't think they could get a divorce as Latter Day Saints. I don't know. Jerry braided my beard because I can't do it. I've tried braiding my own beard and it becomes a mess. But Jerry's really good at it. I'm thankful. Um, I Susanna, I'm not going to talk about that because that's nobody's business. That's between me, Mom, and Jerry, and it's nobody else's business. Um, Lucky Southern Girl sounds like Jerry wrote that fundraiser. LOL. Jerry helped me write the fundraiser and proofread it. Um, so yes, Jerry did help me with it, but I'm the one who said it. Um, I've never lived or been near Utah, so I can only go by what other people have said. brand new. You know what? Okay, all you new people who are just popping on here that are probably very new and just barely put an account on here. One, there are certain rules I have. One, I do not talk about financial issues here. I don't give away information about my family, and I don't talk about politics. Religion is my choice if I want to talk about it or not. Um, so if I tell you once that I'm not going to talk about it or it's none of your business, don't ask again. Don't ask again, because I mean, I've got people here who are basically they're going to watch. They've got my best interest in mind, and they're going to basically shut you down if you ask questions that they know I don't want to talk about. Um, Sapphire, the fundraiser, in basic words, is to help me get enough money to pay off some a good deal of my debts and have some extra money for another month or two for not even a month or two, but a month for paying the house. Um, Other than that, you don't need to know anything else unless you want to participate, and that's that's up to you guys. Um, uh, Brand new account. All right. Brand new account. No, she didn't. I don't care if you want to believe in Didy's lies. She didn't give herself away. Um, well, Didy, I've never been to Utah, so I don't know how beautiful it is. I've seen a bunch of pictures of the national parks, you know, and those look great. Excuse me. So I'm like I said, I've never been there, so I can't go by everybody's saying. I go by a lot of National Geo things like that. And yes, I've seen a lot of beautiful pictures. Um, well, yeah, you're right there, Corey. There are a lot of people who just they want to pick and pick and pick until they get what they want, so they can either run off to Diane or some other negative group and create falsehoods and all that stuff. That's why basically everything that people say to me about other people, I take with a grain of salt, because if I've known them for a long time, like I have with Kickin and Nelly and Bluegrass, and even Redhead Storm, hello Redhead, um, I take it with a grain of salt. I will decide for myself what's real and what's not. Um, I'm 53 years old. I've seen the world. I've traveled the world around 3 times um, because of the way the flights go. I mean, I was born in Philippine Islands, Clark Air Force Base, which is no longer there. My father was in Air Force, in the Air Force. Got to see Germany for 3 years. I've been all over the United States. Um, there's very little that you cannot convince me is real when I feel or know it's not. I'm very compassionate about the things that I believe in or um, enjoy, and I will stand up and defend anything or anyone who wants to argue with my personal knowledge. Um, so, um, yeah, Corey, there's not a lot of bad people here, but there are some people who are just like, no. Um, okay, Redhead. I mean, I take that either you've lived there or you've been there and you know what Utah is like. And like I said, most of my knowledge is either from National Geo or stuff that I've seen. Um, so, yeah. Um, it's kind of a GoFundMe, but it's more like um, once we reach a certain goal, that's all we need. We'll shut it down once we reach our goal, um, unless we feel that we need to just put on um, like, hey, we're still going to operate this GoFundMe so we can um, keep moving forward. Um, People, can you guys still hear me? Somebody tried to call and I messed up my sound. Hold on. Let me just. Okay. Um. Um. I know. Hold on. I have to say, a long time ago, I had Mormon young men that came to my house once a week. They were very nice and respectable, and I would feed them dinner, but I was not going to convert. Yeah, that's the thing is they're taught how to be respectful and help, try to get. I guess I don't know how to say it, so I'm not even gonna continue with that. That's an area that just not sure. Um, Hello, Brenda. I need trees in greenery. I do too. That's one of the reasons why I do like Missouri, because there's a lot of trees and greenery. But it does have it. I mean, this is one of the worst years, temperature wise, in 100 years. Not snow wise, but cold days in a certain length of time. And they're saying this is like one of the worst in 100 years because we've had days where the highs were zero. Lovely Arctic blast. And I'm pretty sure a lot of other people had bad weather too because of this craziness. Um, I'm glad you're doing better, Bernadette. Not Bernadette. Brenda. I don't know where Bernadette came from. Um, See, the good people just know not to feed into the nut jobs. Yeah. Um, Redhead, do you live in Utah or do you live someplace close that you can go and see Utah anytime you want to? Um, so, oh, Margarita, you back or just coming on? Um, 'Cause I know you got little ones that you probably have to go take care of every so often. Yeah, Brenda, I know it's been a month. I'm hoping you're doing good, and I'm hoping you got friends that live close by or family members that live close by that come in to see how you're doing and whatnot. Trying to stay positive. That's about the best we can do for any case where we lose somebody or something happens that's um, disruptive to our lives. Um, so uh, I I think we have. I think it's in my comment section on my main YouTube page. I don't remember because Jay and I worked on it together. Um, uh, you hear me? What Southern Belle sells? Oh, good, good. Okay, okay. Because sometimes when somebody tries to call me and don't answer it, or basically push it out, um, it messes up with the mic. Um, Jerry's not here with me unless she's following on her tablet. She was not feeling good after her morning, after the morning live. Um, yeah, the weather has been crazy all across the globe. Um, I haven't checked my. I have on my weather app. I have Brisbane, Australia is one of the places I check weather at. I haven't checked them in a while. Last time I did, they were like 76 degrees in Brisbane. Um, you've lived there all your life. Okay. So you know what, not just the people, but the landscape and whatnot. I mean, I've always wanted to go to, if I can remember the national parks, not just the bridges, but is it Bruce, Bruce Canyon, Bryce Canyon, something Canyon, I can't remember. Southern Utah, that's all I remember, near the Four Corners region. I've gone through the Painted Desert um, up there in the Four Corners. So, you know, yeah, I'm doing good. I've been a little stressed, and that's because there's a lot of things happening quicker than I had thought they would happen. Um, my mom finally got approved for the apartment that at the part of it's assisted living, the other part is just independent elder living, where they do provide. We don't know if it's three. Oh, breast cancer. Okay, we don't know if it's one or three meals. But she has no. She has like a two-bedroom apartment. So she has her own little kitchen. She has a screened-in porch. She has a little dining area, a little kitchen, a little living room. Um, I don't know if it's. I think it's one bathroom and two bedrooms. So she's going to use one room for her bedroom and one room for her office space. Um, but they've also got like trivia, bingo, all kinds of adult activities. A bus that takes them to various shopping places to go shopping, all that kind of stuff. So I'm happy that she got in there. I'm just me, because it's going to be a good 10-minute drive to go see her. I won't be able to wake up every morning, walk through my house to um, get a drink or start breakfast or whatever, and not see her sitting in the living room so I can go, "Hi, mom." Um, but at the same time, I'm happy for her. I mean, I figured I'd probably be there a couple of days when she first moves in to set up her to help her set up her rooms, to set up her internet, all that fun stuff. So yeah, I'm excited for her, but I'm also nervous for myself. Um, so yeah. Oh, I know she's excited. I don't blame her. Well, it's not really far from me because it's basically I turn left out of my driveway, make another left, get up on Forum, one of the roads which is called Forum Road, make a left there, and just go straight until it tees, and there's where she's going to be staying. I just have to know where her apartment is and where I can park. Um, so 10 minutes maximum, five minimum. Because that's just where Raleigh is. It's either 10 minutes or 5 minutes, depending on what road you're going to use and how the traffic is. And yeah, we do get our heavy traffic because I live near um, the junior high, and the middle school is the next, basically, it's the first intersection once I turn left to go up Forum. Um, So like I said, it depends on traffic. And the way I'm driving, even though that road you're only supposed to do like 30 to 35, and sometimes if there's nobody in my way and no lights stopping me, I forget how fast I'm going. Um, so yeah, very big change, very big change. Um, oh, I'm pretty sure we'll be fine because we've got a lot of projects that we have on in mind, and we're like, um, okay, well, what room are we going to finish, and then what room we're going to do. And we already know we're going to basically shut off the heat for mom's side of the house, so we're not trying to heat up the whole house. And then we're either going to put a door or something in between this side of the house and that side of the house to help with the heat situation. Um, oh yeah, I can go down there and have meals with mom. I just have to. She has to know when I'm coming, so she can let them know ahead of time she's going to need an extra meal. Or I can go down there and just cook something for her, or she can cook something for me. I don't know. We'll figure that out. Yes, it's a big change after living at least 10 years together. Um, so it's one of those things where yes, it will take time to get used to. It will also take time to adjust, I guess. Because like I said earlier, I'm thinking that maybe if the the old living room stays warm enough, if we open up windows and whatnot during the warmer times of day or warmer months, if we can start doing like indoor hydroponics or something like that indoor until we can buy and erect a greenhouse with chicken wire fencing around it to keep critters out of there. Between chicken wire and wood, some sort of hard flooring or whatnot, so they can't chew their way from underground like the moles and not prairie dogs. Yeah, no, is it prairie dogs or groundhogs? Groundhogs are bigger than prairie dogs, so it might be prairie dogs or some kind of rodent. Um, but you know, it's just one of those things that you know I don't know, but mom may, depending on, like, let's say we plan on cooking something that mom likes, that we basically keep in touch with mom and say, oh, Sally's on here, so no. Um, Mom might be able to come over here every so often for dinner, a Sunday night dinner or something like that. Depends on if we're cooking something that mom likes, like um, sauerbraten or chicken franchise or something like that. Um, Mom might want to come over to have some with us. She might be able to come and sit in the car, and mom can go out there and say hi to her. So I don't know. I'm pretty sure we'll know we'll get some information about that. So um, because mom, did you say um, you weren't allowed pets at all, or it's extra for pets? I can't remember because earlier we had talked about a robot cat or something like that. But well, Southern Girl, we found out that there is a gentleman who lives in the complex, or whatever you want to call it, that has we think it's a service dog, but a dog of some sort that doesn't bark a lot. Yeah, Oreo will miss Nanny. Um, but I'm sure once Oreo understands the situation, the only thing we'll have to worry about is if Mom decides to visit, that Oreo doesn't jump all over her because you know absence make things fun. I don't know. What's that saying? Absence. I don't know. But anyhow, um, oh, it's almost 4. Actually, it's after 4. Okay. Yes, that's the thing. Is that is the thing. Service dogs are really well trained. Unfortunately, we are having issues with training Oreo because when we bring her to new places, she goes bonkers trying to sniff everything and check everything out. And I have a feeling that when we can afford it, um, I would like to take her to training courses so she becomes more settled. Uh, right now, she is still considered a puppy, even though in dog years she's about 14. Um, she just turned. We just passed the mile marker of her turning 2. Um, thank you, Kickin. Um, now, Margaret, as soon as I can remember or have Jerry help me put the fundraiser link in my uh, um, comments, or not comments page, community page. Thank you. Um, we are actually going to try these new chicken patties. They're the red bag chicken patties from Aldi's. We did try it once at sandwiches, and they were pretty good. Today we're going to try them on garlic toast with provolone or mozzarella. Mom said no cheese for her because cheese and chicken don't always mix well in her stomach. Um, um, I understand what you're saying there, Nelly, about taking their feelings into consideration. We're trying the best with Oreo. Um, she does not listen to me all that well unless I'm like almost threatening, which I don't like doing anymore. We did um, or Jerry was able to get her to go outside off leash and stay in the yard. She did that once or twice with me, and then the other day she decided to push the boundaries and tried to not only did she get off the yard, but she started walking down the street, and I was yelling after her, and Jerry had to come out there and yell, and Oreo finally came back to the house, and it happened again this afternoon, where I went off leash with her, and she wanted to go across the street. She actually ran across the street because there's a new puppy over there, and she wanted to make friends. But I just didn't like the idea of her just running off like that. So again, Jerry Ann, not feeling good, stepped outside, called her back in the house, and was reprimanding her for her misbehavior. Um, excuse me. Um, Mom liked him up until towards the end because it was starting to taste like it had a little bit of spice to her palate, which I didn't taste at all. Um, so, but yeah, me and Jay loved him. I don't think we have to be approved for a fundraiser, and since it's in my name, it should not affect Jerry at all, which is fine by me because I finally agreed. Yes, we do need to have a little bit of fundraiser just to help us out until hopefully my SSDI finally makes it through the process. Um, so, um, hold on a second. Oh, uh, Chicken patty in the toaster. I wonder if it will work in my toaster oven. Um, yes, redhead. I do know that it does get harder to train them when they're older. That's why I'm trying to do my best now. Um, even though she's 2 years old. I love all animals. My opinion. I don't have a preference for a pet. Um, Granted, I did have a mishap or two with two pets that I had. Um, One was a gerbil when I was after my father passed away, um, and it kept me up at night. So I had to try to move his cage, his run, basically, because it was not just a cage; it had all the little tubes and whatnot. And I accidentally dropped him, and basically, yeah, he died. Um, and then I had a garter snake, and my cousin was supposed to watch my little garter snake and feed him a goldfish at least once a day. And well, something happened. Something happened. I don't know if they forgot or whatnot. This little garter snake ended up basically dying, and I was a little PO'd and told my cousin that she owed me a new snake, and she was like, "No, I don't." And I'm like, "Well, you didn't take care of him, so yeah, you do. You let him die." But then I end up saying, "You know what, fight. I won't trust you ever again with any of my animals." And then when I was in college, yes, I took 1 year of I wanted to be basically I wanted to be a missionary, and so I went 1 year to Ozark Christian College, and unfortunately, because of my learning disability, I had bad scores, and basically I was not granted another grant or anything like that from the government to return to Ozark Christian College. So while I was there, I had a beta, which is a type of fish, and you cannot put a beta with any other kinds of fish because if you put another beta in with a beta, they will fight basically until one of them's dead. And if you put a beta with any other kinds of fish, they will pull his fins apart, which I learned. I didn't learn the hard way because I read the information on how to handle betas. And I was like, okay, one beta by itself. He did great until um, I can't remember what exactly happened. So I me and certain kinds of pets are not that great. I can handle parakeets because I had one in Germany. I can handle cats. I can handle dogs. Um, I can handle lizards. I actually, I was at PetSmart not too long ago, taking Oreo for basically a spa treatment, and I saw a bearded dragon, and I just went, "Dang, we ain't got the money for it," because I was ready to buy that thing right there and then. Um, a little cage for it, and some food for it, and bedding, all that kind of fun stuff. But didn't have the money, so I was like, okay, well, maybe somewhere down the line. So I mean, cats I think are probably one of the better pets that I've ever had because all you have to do is feed, water it, clean out its litter box, and when it wants to be petted or company, it comes to you. You don't have to chase after it. Dogs, I'm learning with Oreo that they like to be right on your butt. And I'm like, can you stop following me around? I don't have anything for you. But she likes to follow me around sometimes. It's annoying, especially when she's so close to you that um, she literally steps on the back end of my slippers and causes my slippers to come off. And I'm just like, Oreo. Um, But I mean, she is a good dog. You know, I can't not love her because she is a very good dog. She knows when I'm needing a companion or somebody, you know, to help relieve whatever's going on. Um, she also knows when I'm upset and tries to stay away, or sometimes she'll try to come over and like gently put her paw on my leg, like, "Hey, I'm here for you." So, hey, tidbits. Glad you came in. Um, I think she's got pictures on her YouTube website. She hasn't done any lives, but she's put pictures and whatnot. So yeah. Um, I don't know if she's got a direct mailbox at her apartment or not. We're gonna find out, and if she does, um, your cat is so spoiled. Yeah, I had a cat that I spoiled her to death when before she passed. She had to be put down because of ovarian cancer, and that would have been our fur baby when we got here. I just didn't know how long she would have gotten, how well she would have gotten along with mom's cat when mom's cat was alive. Um, well, Oreo's not always a whiner. She does whine for certain things. Cats also have sixth sense, but yeah, most animals, most, well, I shouldn't say most, but I know cats and dogs have a certain sixth sense about things, because Oreo will stare into our bedroom closet and bark at nothing. She growls at certain things that we don't see or perceive. So I know dogs have a really good sixth sense. Um, but no, Southern Girl, I'm not really worried about it because those who are kind-hearted and feel the either feel the need to donate or whatever their heart tells them, that I leave in God's hands because I can't control what people do. I can only just like, hey, here's the information for the fundraiser I'm doing um, to help me and my wife. Um, you know, that's all I can do. Um, so, you know, Oreo's getting good at fetching stuff for us, helping Jerry pick something up off the floor. She actually sometimes looks for stuff to get off the floor to give me or Jerry for a treat. She's learned that if she does good things or help us out by picking up stuff off the floor, she'll get a reward. Um, so she's doing that now. Yeah, Oreo does the same thing. Well, not with balls, but any of her toys. If we throw it, she'll grab it and bring it back just to play, play with. And if we don't take it from her or wrestle with her to get it back from her so we can throw it again, she will toss it. She'll like hold on to it and toss it back and forth like she's trying to kill it. Um, and Jerry's always going, get it, kill it. And I'm like, well, if it wasn't her Snoopy toy, um, if we had gotten her like a giant rat or something that looked like a squirrel or raccoon or something like that, yeah, you know, I wouldn't mind um, her having fun. Let's see here. I've heard of cats actually playing fetch and all that and fun stuff like that. Um, um, I don't remember where Jerry put it because she's the one. I'm the one who we worked on it together, and I'm the one who's the main name on there. I just don't know if Jerry put it on her YouTube site or what. I wish Jerry was on here so I can ask her. So yeah, I'm so like I said, Southern Girl. I'm not sure where it went. If Jerry put it on her YouTube, my YouTube, or Facebook. I don't know. Um, who's fighting? I don't see anybody fighting. Nelly. Um, sorry. Uh, well, that's the funny thing. Tidbits of my life. I might look calm on the exterior, but on the interior, my brain is just like, I don't know what, where, who, what, who's on first. So yeah, it's just my mask is good today. Um, exactly. That's all I can do right now is keep the faith. Hey Shirley, I haven't seen you in a while. I'm sorry. I just realized that you were on here. Um, uh, um, Southern Girl, if you're asking about certain things that people want to keep personal, whether it's between them and their spouse or between close friends or whatever, that's that's something I don't want people fighting about because like if the person said that's between me and so, leave it like that, please. Um, uh, oh, have a good day, Corey. I'm sorry that you're not able to stay longer. In fact, I might be getting off pretty soon because it's getting close to 4:35 o'clock, and I've got to figure out when I'm going to do dinner. Um, I mean, I know it's just to like throw it in the oven and let it cook, but I got to decide. Oh, sorry, I had an alarm go off, and I got. Well, it's not too. It's not. It'd be too early right now. I mean, half an hour is usually when I start dinner, but if it's something easy, I usually start about 5:30, 6 o'clock. So, if you're leaving to do dinner, have a nice dinner and take care. Um, um, okay, so if you're not, I don't know if you can see it or not. I have to get Jerry to put it on mine so people of mine can see it and do something. Um, yes, Nelia has been a great friend to us. Um, I think we're all lucky to have each other as friends. I mean, I oops, my my whole phone is cockeyed. Sorry. Um, I'm not one to like um, be selective on my friend as you know who's my friend. I mean, I take a lot. There's a lot of people on here that I take as friends. In fact, I think any just about everybody on my channel is a friend in one shape or another. Um, the only time a person becomes a non-friend type person is when they start um, belittling other people on my channel or my family or anything like that. That's one of the reasons why um, certain people are not allowed to come in here and talk. I don't even know if they can watch me outside of. Well, I'm pretty sure because I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people who have not joined my um, YouTube page that watch a lot of my stuff and go run with it in whatever direction they want to go, right or wrong. Um, I don't I don't follow them, So I don't know what anybody is saying about me because I don't go to their channel to watch. And I'm like, when people say, "Hey, yeah, you know what, I don't care. Let Diane say whatever she wants. I don't care." Because, as far as I'm concerned, 99.9% of the stuff going on Diane's channel is her opinion, and her opinion, I don't care. I don't care what her opinion is. To be honest with you, there was a couple people I know, and a bunch of them are still alive, um, that used to say, opinions are like assholes. Everybody has one. You know, doesn't mean you have to listen to their opinion or take their opinion into account, because it's either garbage or doesn't make sense, or um, you're trying to use my words against me when that won't work. Um, my father used to be great with reverse psychology, and because I grew up with his, hello Raymond, because I grew up with reverse psychology from my father, and then I grew up in the military with the discipline. There's a lot of things about me some people don't know about, but I've been made fun of, I've been laughed at, I've been called names, I've been knocked down. I still get up. I still keep on going. What they have to say to me, yeah, when I was younger, it did hurt. But now I'm 53 years old, and I go, and, you know, I don't, if it's not beneficial, if it's harmful or negative, I don't care. If you're not going to help build me up as much as I try to help others build themselves up, I don't care. You can go find somebody else to go make fun of, um, or ridicule, because it does not affect me. It does not affect my wife. She grew up with two brothers and three sisters. Um, she was basically the fourth sister, and she got a hard shell because in New York, sarcasm and that kind of stuff, that's the norm for them. I didn't like it because I didn't have the shell for that, you know. But then I learned, finally learned how to dish it back out. So, you know, and the day I did dish it out, everybody looked at me like, okay, he's worthy, you know. And I didn't care what their opinion was, if I was worthy or not. You know, all I cared about was me, my wife, and my father-in-law. You know, and my mom, I always cared about her. So, you know, but let me go back. Um, uh, okay, I didn't see you come in there, Raymond. Um, that's all right. You know, oh my opinion. Excuse me. Um, like I said, I mean, everybody has their questions and their opinions. Some of them cannot be answered right away because it's not something we're ready to talk about. And as for their opinions, well, like I said, if they're not there to help raise somebody up, um, one, the opinion wasn't worth it, and two, the person probably wasn't worth dealing with in the first place. That's why I try not to get involved with a lot of people who are going to be negative, um, because one, it's a waste of my time, let alone it's a waste of their breath. Um, so you know, the negative emotions or energy, well, they're not only they're an energy suck, but why do we worry about somebody who wants to um, put us down or be negative towards us? It's not worth it. Um, um, I hear I'm going to get to meet y'all March 1st for Sally's move. We are preparing to stay as long as she needs us to. Raymond, yes, Mona did say something about that on Jerry's live, and um, how do I say this? You're more than welcome to come down and help my mom as much as she needs. One, I don't know where you're going to be staying because my here in my house, except for the empty rooms that mom is residing in now, I don't really have a place for you to sleep unless you want to sleep on hard flooring, um, and smoke insulate rooms that are me and Jerry are gonna have to probably repaint the rooms because of mom smoking. Not complaining, just stating facts. Um, uh, yes, Nelly, people can be assholes. Let's see here. Yeah, a lot of us. I'm gonna say from my generation, Gen X, going backwards towards the silent generation of the 1940s. Um, we were raised proper. Granted, a lot of my Gen X people, a lot of people who are Gen Xers, um, didn't quite turn out like I did. But of course, I was raised in the military, so um, staying in a motel. Okay, there's plenty of them here in town. Um, so you know, people who are what's the next generation after mine, minimalists and beyond. There are times I kind of go, yeah, that kid needed more discipline than he got. But then you got Dr. Spock who are, like, don't spank your child, don't do this, don't do that, blah, 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 whatever. Um, yeah, but yeah, there were a lot of people who were not brought up properly. Um, but I think between dad's military career, plus he grew up old school where if you did something that was against the rules or naughty, he had no hesitation of spanking. Um, so, yeah. Um, I think more and more kids nowadays need the old fashioned, you know, spare the child and spoil the rod or something like that. Um, but anyhow, that's just my opinion. Uh, so it is extra for pets. Okay. Thank you, Mom. I did not realize or remember you saying that to me before. But yeah. Um, yeah, redhead. And that's one of the reasons why I don't pay attention to them because, like, you don't know the real story, and most of the stuff you're talking about is either straight up out of your ass or half-assed. Um, but again, there's my opinion. Um, yeah, I would love to be able to have mom get mom a real cat, um, a rescue cat. Uh, but if it's going to cost her extra money, I don't want her. I don't want her to be um, what was the saying we were using, house poor. Um, but yeah, yeah. Um, okay, okay. My opinion. You guys have a go. You have a good one. Um, besides, I'm probably going to be getting off this in 15 minutes at 5 o'clock. Um, Yes, if you donate, it will help pay the mortgage. It will help pay for a lot of different things, but the mortgage, and some of the bills are the priority for, or the purpose, I should say, not the priority. The purpose of the GoFundMe, or whatever you want to call it. So that's the purpose of the money, is to help us stay here until I either get a part-time job that I can do without straining my back, um, um, and and hopefully my SSDI. So I am. That's the main purpose. Um, I don't know what that is. Southern Belle. Sincere. Don't know. And Kills. Well, Kills Primer, I know, is a pest control unit. There are other things out there you can use for pest control depending on, um, well, if you've got pets, you don't want to use certain chemicals. But there are plants that you can plant around your house that's also a pest deterrent. Um, so if that's what you're talking about, is pests. Other than that, I do not know what you're talking about. Yes, I know. Um, I will be getting off in about 10 minutes. Um, yes, pets are extra. I'm sorry. Um, so. Oh, it's a paint primer. Okay. I'm sorry. Um, we will probably be using Kills. That's one we know, um, for painting over. And yeah, I know Kills is good with the smell. But so is so is burning incense and other things that we want to do anyhow. So Jerry's saying H&G, and I do not know what H&G is. Sorry, Jerry. Um, cut up that meat. Um, I'm sorry, I'm lost there now. Southern girl. Home and gardens. See, I don't know all these DIY places and whatnot that Jerry watches. Um, Not because I don't want to watch them, but because I just sometimes it doesn't the information does not sink or absorb into my cranium. Yeah, Jerry. Is it possible you can link that fundraiser to my account, my YouTube account? Um, oh man, she's probably laying comfortably in her bed, which I have no complaints. There are times where I feel um, beat, dragged out, whatever, and that's exactly what I do. Is I go lay down, not to sleep all the time, because sometimes I don't fall asleep. Sometimes I just lay there with my eye mask on, letting things that are in my head, you know, work itself out. Um, but anyhow, 10 minutes, and then I am going to be jumping off because of dinner. And the longer my videos, the harder it is to get them online. Um, yes, I'm a long time member. I have, you have basically dyslexia and ADD. Okay. Um, Thank you for your soft spot. Um, yeah, yeah. My I have basically I have the ADD. I have anxiety. I have dyslexia. I have ADHD. I have bipolarism. My brain, when I'm stressed, does not always want to um, work well enough for me to do anything. It just bounces everywhere. And in fact, I did not talk as much about what I wanted to talk about on this live because of basically different distractions or comments that take me down rabbit holes. Um, um, Brenda, that would be something you have to talk to Jerry about because I mean, I don't always, or I should not say I don't always, but I can think of the things to say, but I don't always um, know how to do the actual um, workings of the net. Nelly, basically, let me see Brenda's last comment. Uh, Bugger. I'm sorry, Nelly. I don't have it. I don't know where it went. I know it's in here somewhere. Um, but she was asking me if Jerry could help set up a fundraiser for her. Um, so I'm sorry. I hope that's what you were talking about. Um, oh, where are you going this time for your vacation? Okay, Kimmy. Um, I've known a couple of people with that name. It's a beautiful name. Um, um, yeah, I usually let I try to when I do comments, I sometimes have to use the mic to say what I want to say, and hope the autocorrect doesn't screw me over. Um, uh, I was being a little butt today, but that's just Oreo, I guess. Um, Alrighty, 6 more minutes. Any other questions? Jim, we're going to travel to my husband's country where he was born and raised. Uh, where is that, Margaret? Yeah, redhead. Sometimes it does good, sometimes it doesn't. Mm, all right. Oh, Madrid. I've never been there, but I have seen a lot of beautiful pictures of Madrid. I'm pretty sure she is feeling a lot of stuff, and that's why she's being somewhat of a pain in the rumpus. Um, yeah, Raymond. My For some reason my YouTube is being really frustrating because it wants to either like hold the videos forever or delete the video, and I'm just kind of like, I don't know what's wrong. I'm gonna even let Jerry do a tech search because or a tech thing because she is um, better at this stuff than I am. Um, I'm almost like my mom where yeah, I push the buttons. I tell it to do certain things for me, and no, Jerry is not deleting anything, and do what I can. But otherwise, it's like I don't know what I did wrong. Um, yeah, Raymond, I wish you and Mona safe travels. Um, I don't even know when to tell you to come on up. I mean, it's to your discretion. Um, Mom probably would love the help of moving because she doesn't know if she's going to do a moving company or not. She's got to check the rates, or if she's going to try to get people from the Christian Campus House, some young men to come in and help us, and we'll basically feed them pizza and soda. Um, so that's up to you. I mean, if I was if I was younger, or not younger, if my back wasn't a issue, um, I would help her more than I can. Um, okay, those of you who think that my wife is deleting any of my videos, you are dead wrong. She's not that kind of person. Um, yeah, I know they said they would be here March 1st. So, um, make my breakfast. I don't know what you're yelling about, that Southern girl, and Marcy, whatever your name is. Um, if you really feel that way, you guys can go. You can leave right now and never come back because you're talking out of your butts. Um, I am going to try to redhead because not only does this make me money, but the more I can get out there, the more income I can get for my family. Um, because I would love to be able to sit down on almost a daily basis and do a live. Um, thing is with the way with the way my devices are going, um, until Jay looks at my YouTube or my phone, whatever's the problem, um, you know, because I don't think you want. I mean, my tablet would be better because it zooms in better on the person, but I don't think you want to be looking up my nose all the time, um, which is one of the reasons why I got the tripods that I can adjust so it's looking directly at me instead of up my nose. So, um, yeah, excuse me. Okay. Actually, the reason why things kind of got a little screwy there for a second is because my 5 o'clock alarm went off, and I need to, yeah, 5 p.m. I need to get off and start getting dinner situated. So I'm gonna bid you guys a farewell. Um, if if I can figure out what's going on with my phone and be able to do a non-live recording, just a vlog, um, I'm gonna try to do that and see if it goes on. Otherwise, I'm gonna do lives. Um, so if I don't see you Monday, I will actually I'll go in my room now or on my phone and put a reminder to do a live. I'm gonna try to do it before 5 p.m. Like if I can try to do that like 2 to 3, and that way, um, Nelly can be on, and most of you guys can be on. Um, yes, Redhead, I think lives are more fun. I just don't want to, I don't know if I want to flood um, Facebook with a lot, like lives 7 days a week. And if I do lives 7 days a week, I'm going to just like try either make them short and focused on one thing, like do an hour and focused on one thing. And if I have to carry it over to the next day, I'll have to write down a reminder or something that I got to finish what I was talking about. But yes, um, that I will think about that. So I will bid you guys a good day. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday, and hopefully the week ahead is a good one. Until next time, I will see you guys later. Bye.